Well, I guess I have to put some context over this. Well, of all the games you could expect me to play, Farming Sim is probably not it. I mean, my literal bio is literally just like, I don't even mention Farming Sim, it's just, I play tactical shooters and realistic shooters and crap like that. I might mention Farming Sim in it, I don't know. But, yeah, as an American, I guess I'm obligated to be, like, interested in agriculture. As a Southerner, I have to be. So, I've been playing this game forever, probably since I was 10. Back in FS17, I've played 17, 19, and 22 now. And, I don't know, I just think agriculture is fun. And you probably won't be seeing a lot of these types of videos on my channel just because, well, my channel's meant for, like, playing with my friends and crap, but that's what I'm gonna post up here mostly. But, you know, if I feel like it, if I have some decent content of farming sims, stuff like that, then yeah, absolutely, I'm gonna put that sort of stuff on here just for whoever might like it. I guess that's all I have to say. I'm sorry if this is not at all the same as anything else I've posted. It's not even sticking to a theme here, unless you want to call the theme like American, in which case, yeah, I'm all American. But enjoy the video, I guess, and have a nice one, boys. Oh yeah, and almost forgot to mention, this is not at all what my farming sim content is going to look like from here on out. This is just like a really quick, like, threw something together, felt like throwing something together, right? Just putting it out there that I play FS and that I think I'm pretty good at it. So, all I'm going to do in this video is literally just like plant for a little bit, I think, and you'll see just how I play. You know, I try to play as realistically, as true to life as possible, but deadass, I don't even finish this field. I don't think. I know I don't finish this field. Um, I plan on finishing up this field in the next video, and then probably going over like every single field, like planting every single field all in one video here pretty soon. So that's the next thing I'm throwing up here. And I haven't posted in forever, now that I think about it, but hey, better late than never. So, next video is going to be finishing up this field, getting the rest of it. Next video is going to be a proper video. This is just me playing the game for a little bit, just to throw something out there. Anyways, again, enjoy it if you can. I mean, it's not very enticing, but it's something. So, thanks for watching if you do. This farm is all 19 or 18, no, not 18, 1992 themed. So almost every single piece of machinery I have is no younger than 1992, right? So obviously I'm using like an 8000 series tractor here, an 8055, which I think the 55 is a little bit newer than 92, but you know, there's no 8040. Or not 8040. Yeah, 8040 or 8050. The only thing you get is the 55 series, so there's nothing I can do about that. But the planter and most of everything else is properly themed. And if anyone's curious, the map that I'm playing on here is Ohio Richlands. It's a pretty good map. It's pretty well detailed. I will say it's lacking like fence lines and stuff like that. But I'd say that the developer behind it, the modder behind it, did a pretty good job. You can't sell straw. That is one annoying bit. So I have straw bales laying around. You see them here. There's some inside of my shed too. They're just laid everywhere. You can't sell them for some reason, but I think they're gonna fix that. I don't know. But yeah, Ohio Richlands, really good map. I'm gonna play a couple other maps too by Silawuki. I think it's what's the name of it? It's Iowa Plains View, and oh, the other one's like a southerner map. I should know this. Missouri? Mississippi? Missouri? Alma, Missouri. Yeah. Alma, Missouri. It's a good map. Very well detailed. And newer updates on it have made it even more detailed. So yeah, no, like that's what we're gonna be doing here. All American maps. I don't think I'm ever gonna play European style maps. Maybe. I don't know. It's a good idea, probably. One day. My mod list is like full, so downloading European type tractors and equipment would take way too much storage, but any European map, those are like 500 megabytes each, usually. And I already have like upwards of a gigabyte worth of American maps. Here I'm just going around the headlands of this field. It's very, very boring. I'm gonna do like 3 headland passes. 3, 2, 3. And then I'm gonna start on the horizontal passes. I'm gonna mess up once, you'll see this. Sometimes my brain is empty. But and if you're wondering how I go in perfectly straight lines like this, if you look on the bottom left, you can see my minimap. And on the very bottom of said minimap, there is coordinates, right? It gives you your, what is it, X and Z coordinates. But the very first number is your direction in degrees, right? So 360 degrees is 0, or 360 is perfectly north, and 180 is perfectly south, 270 is east, no, 270 is west, and 90 is east. So whenever I'm traveling like right now, perfectly west, well, not perfectly west, I'm actually going slightly to the left, so slightly southwest. Or here I switched to perfect west, so I'm traveling 270, but just a second ago I was going 268 or something like that because I was traveling just slightly southward. And yeah, it's something that I don't see a lot of people using or saying anything about, but if you don't have GPS mods because you're sitting on console like me and you're sad, just look at those cardinal directions, and if you're going down a really weirdly shaped field, then there's nothing I could do for you. But fields that are relatively square and lined up with the cardinal directions, or even at 45 degrees, right, you just go in 45 degree intervals, those types of fields are very manageable using that technique. And all of these little white spots are, now that I say that out loud, that sounds weird. All those little white spots in the field are not bird crap, but rather it's lime that I laid down. I've had this save game for like 3-4 in-game years. So as of last year, I laid down lime because the field was running low on pH, right? The pH scale was getting a little bit low, getting a little bit too acidic. So I had to put some lime on there, even out the alkalinity. I was about to say basicity, alkalinity of the field. That way it wouldn't, that way it would have better yields. So all those little white spots are lime that I just didn't plow in properly. I didn't hit those spots whenever I tilled it, whenever I disked it, so they stayed. But yeah, they might look a little ugly. I shouldn't have to do that ever again for the next like 2 to 3 in-game years. So you won't be seeing too much of that. I know it's ugly. I hate that you have to lay down lime, and I hate that it's so bright white. It should be like a little tiny pellets, right? Nearly, but not quite invisible. Kind of the same way with like fertilizer, right? You can lay down fertilizer, and the soil gets a little bit darker, but other than that, you can't really tell. I think it should be the same thing with lime, except it should get a little bit lighter, right? It should get a few more paper white, like nits inside of there that just kind of lighten it up slightly, but it doesn't just cover it like that, because, I mean, have you ever seen a field with lime on it? They don't lay it down that freaking thick. That is just kind of absurd in my opinion, but sometimes they do lay it down that thick. I guess you could go look up like a picture of it, right? Like a limed field, I guess. I don't know. And you know, if there's any real farming sim enthusiasts out there that might see this video and be like, hey, I want to play this dude. If you're really into the game, like if you know how to play and you just you play the same way that I do, like absolutely, man. Because ever since PlayStation got rid of the communities system, I have not been able to find anybody to play this game with. Because I mean, where do you find people to play farming sim with? Like, do you go into servers? Like, I'm not about to download someone's mods just to join their server and ask them, hey, do you want to be my friend? Like, nah, that's goofy. Oh yeah, right here I run out of run out of seed and almost didn't notice. And now you're gonna watch me fumble around trying to get more seed. It's a tedious process whenever this planter only has 360 liters of seed maximum, right? That's as much as you can fill it up to. So 360 is like so very little, and run out of it like after 1.5 headland passes. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Here's the most boring part. I'm just gonna run around trying to find some why do I keep saying fertilizer? Find some seeds. Back to what I was saying though. If you're really into the game like that, I'd love to have someone to play with, because harvest time is so hard by yourself, because it's hard to run both the grain bin, or the grain, what's it called? Grain wagon, and the harvester at the same time, unless you hire a worker, and hiring a worker is such a waste of money. Like, I want free labor, you know what I'm saying? I guess that's just my southern heritage. Sorry. But yeah, no. Harvest is a little bit hard. Hauling trucks, hauling grain from my bin to the sell points. That gets a little bit tedious when you're doing it solo. And it's just really cool to see like multiple trucks going through. You know, gotta be one of the coolest things to see in this game. That and like multiple combines running at the same time on the same field. That's cool as hell. I don't think I've ever done that before. But like with other players, I've run multiple combines with like some of those combines being hired workers, hired AI workers, but to see actual players running combines staggered one behind the other, harvesting large fields and all that stuff, dude, it's the coolest thing ever. I like this field here because, like, as you can see, I don't even have to travel far, right? Just grab my skid steer, grab a pallet, run it to the field. All my other fields, I have 2 home fields, the 2 that you can see on the minimap right now, which is 2 and 7, I think. I can't quite read it, but yeah, 2 and 7. Yeah, 2 and 7, right here, close to home. Fill up a seeder really quick and easy. I think I'm gonna buy a seed tender here sometime soon. I just don't know of any seed tender mods that would be historically accurate, right? Anachronistic or non-anachronistic, right? Like, I don't know of any. Watch me struggle to get this pallet off. The game's mechanics are a little weird sometimes. I'm just gonna drop that mini one because it has just enough to fill up my planter like halfway, and then I'm gonna go grab some little bags. But anyways, I don't know of any seed tender mods that are dated to around 1992, right? So that I can keep the historical accuracy going. But I think it's something I'm gonna have to invest in, because I have four fields, 6 in total, 4 of which are non-home fields. I have 2 in the northwest, 2 in the northeast. The total at about like 30 acres or 40 acres in total, and they're completely across the map, right? Like, they are literally in the northwest corner and the northeast corner of the map. So hauling stuff down there on a trailer or on the back of my bed of my truck is tedious, and it'd be a lot better if I could just run a tractor down there with a seed tender that has, you know, 3,000 liters in the back of it, so that I just can fill up anytime I need down at the field and shouldn't have to run all the way back to the store, to my yard, to pick up more seed, to carry it back down to the field. Yeah, anyways, pull these bags over here and they should be enough. I don't know what it is, but whenever you empty these particular bags, the texture is so glitchy. Like, look at that. That is so weird. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know, I guess the, whoever made the mod didn't notice that or something. It's not awful, but it does break the immersion a little bit. So yeah, just pile on some whatever on there. Pile on that last little bit of seed on top of that pallet. Put it all up, then I'm gonna start doing the next, like, 5 minutes of this field, like, or 7, 8. I'm not gonna do a lot of this field. Like, I'm gonna get 70, 80% of the way done. No, not even, like 60, 70, if that. And then I have to get off, so. But I'll get the rest of it done, and then get all of my fields together, all in one video. So the rest of this field, and then the other 4 fields. Or no, I've already done 2. Prior to making this video, just earlier today, I did 2 of my northwest fields. Those were also corn. So, actually, matter of fact, after I finish this field, I only have 2. So, including this field, I have 3 fields, right? I have to do the other 30% of this field, and then the one that's directly next to me, to the left, I already have my tractor set up on it. And, I'm putting down soybean on that one. That's my only soybean field. And then one of my northeast fields, number 23, I think, 22 or 23, or 24, I forget. It's one of those numbers. On the northeast side of the map, I need to put corn down on as well. So, next video, I'm going to do this field, my other home field, number 7, and then go do number 20, like 4 or whatever the hell it is, all the way up in the northeast. And then I'll probably hold off on posting anything until those fields either need weeding or need fertilizer or need... I think that's about it. They're gonna need like either weeding or fertilizer at some point. So that's what I'm gonna do. Weed and fertilize in the video after the next one. And then after that, it should just be harvest, right? There's a lot of things that I would be doing in between those times, but the only like big things, the only meaningful things that I'd ever end up doing is plant, weed, fertilize, harvest, right? Those are the big things. So now I've done the headlands here. I'm going to start doing just straight across passes all the way up and down the field. So, yeah, I'm just going to do this. I think I do 3 and then this stops, so. Sorry, not a lot. We'll get you some real content here probably tomorrow. Or, I guess I might be posting this tomorrow, so today, later today. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Anyways. And now, right here is where you see me mess up, and I immediately pull the, what's it called? The, row indicator thingy bobber. I don't know what it's called, but I run it over my own crops, which undoes them, because it kind of like plows it up. How it works is it puts down a plowed texture wherever it lands, like anything that it goes over turns into a plowed texture. So right there I run over my corn, and I check my map to see if it did anything, but the map isn't always accurate. So, it doesn't look like there's any lines through my field there, but there definitely is. And I just plowed up some of my crop with that, what's it called? I don't even know the name of it for some reason. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to go back over that again unless I want to just have a line through my field. To be honest, I don't even need those row indicators, but I just, for ridge markers, there you go, that's what they're called, ridge markers. I don't even need them, but they're nice to have. They make cool little lines in the field. Kind of realistic for the time period, right? For the time period, they didn't have GPSs. So if you wanted to do a straight line, ridge markers were it. That's why you don't really see ridge markers on newer machinery, because nowadays we have GPS. So unless your GPS goes out and you need a ridge marker, generally Modern machines don't have them, just because GPS is so reliable. You pretty much never need it. Be a waste of metal, waste of money to put a ridge marker on there. But for 1992, no GPSs, generally. I don't think so, anyways. There might be, like, very little, but... Yeah, I think 1992 was right whenever the GPS technology was coming in, or maybe that was, like, 1996. I think that came out along with, like, the 8000 series. Right, like the solid 8000 series tractors from John Deere. The, what were they called? I remember they had a really cool name behind them. It was the 8000... I don't know. Kind of like how the 4000 series was the iron somethings. Yeah, here I am checking out what I did. It's absolutely tilled up, so I'm just going to go over it again and fix it. I don't like doing that because it's unrealistic as hell, because you'd be double planting onto areas that you've already planted just to fix a tiny little mistake. But also, realistically speaking, a ridge marker wouldn't ruin your field, so yeah. I think I'm going to finish up this pass and then start on the next one. And then that's it. Or maybe I do two. I don't know. I don't even do 50% of this field. I still have the entire east side. This west side of the field is pretty small, but it's also a weird kind of like triangle shape. And then the west side is more or less perfectly square. It's a really nice area. I like running on it. But given that it's super square, I prefer rectangle over square because then you can do long passes without having to turn quite as much. Whereas perfectly square fields, you end up turning a little bit more per capita than you would if it was the same size, just a rectangle. Like the same area, but just a rectangle. Yeah. So yeah, just planting fields. It's fun. I don't know how. To be honest, I couldn't tell you what I find fun about this game, but like I said, you know, I'm American. I'm a Southerner. Farming runs in my blood, or something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna finish up this pass, and then the video's over. So, hope you enjoyed the rant session. Back to what I was saying, farming's fun, just 'cause it's fun. Farming's fun. Go out there and farm, kids. It's good for you. Very rewarding, if you ask me. Anyways, bye-bye.